it's a really, really good movie. So what did you think about it? Any things you liked about it? Any things you didn't like about it?
Yeah. So my personal review on this is that The Hobbit, 5 Battle for Armies is a very good movie. It is action-packed. It has some humor. It has some heart to it. And you get to wrap it up. I did have some issues with it. The love triangle, or the love aspect of it, between the new elf character and the pretty dwarf guy.
Yeah.
I would like to just have them interact a little bit more with them, so I can develop a little bit more connection with those two characters. Because they really push for, once he is dead and she's grieving for him, they really push for this, he was, I don't understand why this hurts so much. This feels like love, to me.
Yeah. No, actually, the Elf King tells her why,
Yeah.
which is because it's real love.
Yeah.
You really loved her.
Yeah. So you're told this, but you're not necessarily shown this. So I would have just wanted a couple extra scenes, just a couple connections to really get me to believe that these two characters are, in fact, so deeply in love.
Yeah. And I guess you kind of trace it back to when they first met, when he was jailed inside their kingdom. But other than that, they don't really show too much or got into it too much. So it would have been nicer to see a little bit more connection there between the two. Although I do like how they incorporated the promise stone that he gave her.
Yeah, they do bring that into it, so that's pretty good. Yeah, another thing that didn't necessarily bug me, but I thought his role could have been toned down just a little bit, is the character Alfred in this movie.
Yes.
He's in there. He's definitely kind of a snaky weasel type of character. I'm okay with that type of character being in there, but he was in there a lot.
Yes.
Probably
very
overused.
Annoyingly as well, too.
Yeah, nothing against the actor. He did a good job. He did his role well. But I just didn't feel like his character needed to be in there as much as he was.
Mm-hmm. I have to agree with you on that. I think they kind of went a little bit overboard with his character there. Kind of put him in every scene almost, it felt like. He was kind of... You'd think when the old king guy died that it would be it. He'd be out of there, but he just starts following Bart all over the place and kind of becomes like a big scene in the entire movie. So
yeah. Other than that, there is a slightly overuse of CGI, of course. Nothing that's too detrimental to the movie. We don't quite get that grand scope of what the Lord of the Rings were, just because they used a little bit more CGI in this trilogy. You don't quite get that same feel. And I'll get a little nitpicky here. Smaug, of course, is dealt very quickly in the movie. He's probably in there in the first 10 minutes of the movie and then he's out. Mm-hmm. He was such a pivotal role in the second one. This one, it just seemed like, I know that they had to cut this somewhere, so it made sense where they cut it, but then the payoff isn't quite that good because he's out in 10 minutes. So that a little nitpicky there. But other than that, my review is I liked it. I'm going to give it easily 3 rings out of 4. So I recommend it. What did you think, Eddie?
I really loved it. For the negative parts, I will go along with you. I feel the same way. I would have liked to seen a little bit more with Smaug rather than him being dealt with right away. As for Alfred, I mean, he was, you just don't want to see him that much. But other than that, I mean, the movie was really, really good. The storyline was ever so great, as it always is with Lord of the Rings. And I really loved how they tied every element from this movie into the next movies that come after it. So that was really, really good. The action is great. You are fully immersed in it. Every scene is like an action scene in this, which is awesome. And you really get to know Thorin in this one a lot as well too. Know who he is and know how great he is as well, but also know his weakness. But you get to see how courageous and bold he is as a person, which is really good because you really get to see a dwarf, because they didn't really concentrate too much on dwarfs in the Lord of the Rings other than the dwarf that was there. But this one you really get to see the full effect of the dwarf, especially a dwarf king, and so that's really good. I really like that aspect of it, and it's just a really, really good movie. Surprised it was not even 3 hours long. But they did cover a lot of it within the first part of this third edition anyways. So, but as for me, I give it 3 rings as well out of 4. Definitely worth the watch. Man, it's just awesome. Awesome.
Well, there you have it, our review on The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies. It qualifies for the nice Blue Couch seal of approval.
Yes, it does. And so, for that one, it's good. I think next big movie is probably not going to be until March of next year, maybe.
Yeah, that's our big one. But if you guys want us to review anything before that, just leave a comment below.
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe if you guys leave enough comments, we'll review Taken number 3. Supposed end of that trilogy could be cool. Let us know if you want us to review that one, and if we get enough of it, we'll do it.
Yeah.